Roman Abramovich's sale of Chelsea FC in 2022 marked the end of an era defined by unprecedented success and transformation for the London club. Under his ownership, Chelsea had risen from being a solid but inconsistent Premier League side to one of Europe's most dominant footballing forces. The takeover by American businessman Todd Boehly and his consortium in May 2022 ushered in a new chapter, and as Abramovich observed from a distance, his emotional reaction to the transition was inevitably profound. Having purchased Chelsea in 2003, Abramovich had not only invested billions into the club, but had also become synonymous with its identity. His personal investment in the team was evident. He wasn't just a distant owner, but was frequently seen at Stamford Bridge, celebrating victories, witnessing defeats, and making decisions that would shape the club's fortunes. However, due to geopolitical pressures stemming from his alleged ties to the Russian government, Abramovich was forced to sell Chelsea. His reaction to Todd Boehly's takeover was one of mixed emotions: pride, nostalgia, and perhaps a tinge of sadness. From his private retreats far from the public eye, Abramovich likely took solace in the fact that he left the club in strong hands. Financially stable and at the height of European football, having secured their second UEFA Champions League title in 2021, reports suggest that Abramovich had been keen on ensuring that the new owners would continue his legacy of success and investment in the club. The sale process itself had been meticulous, as Abramovich rejected bids that didn't align with his vision for Chelsea's future. In Todd Boehly, Abramovich likely saw someone capable of upholding the club's competitive edge. Yet, Abramovich's connection to Chelsea was deeply personal. For nearly 2 decades, he had built more than just a football team. He had crafted a family of loyal fans, players, and staff. His reaction to the sale must have been bittersweet. Abramovich, who always preferred to operate in the shadows, keeping his private life shielded from the public, didn't publicly comment extensively on Boehly's ownership. However, sources close to him hinted at his quiet reflection during the transition. While he knew that his chapter with Chelsea had ended, it's probable that part of him would always feel attached to the club, forever intertwined with its DNA. As Todd Boehly and his consortium embarked on a new era for Chelsea, bringing with them their own philosophy and strategy, Abramovich observed how the club adapted to this seismic shift. His silence didn't equate to disinterest. He must have watched closely as Boehly made significant changes, including managerial shifts and player acquisitions. Abramovich had been known for his ruthlessness in managerial decisions, famously sacking multiple managers despite their success if he felt the club's progress was stagnating. Whether Boehly would adopt such a hands-on approach or take a different path was surely a point of interest for the former owner. What might have stirred Abramovich the most was the early turbulence in the Boehly era. Chelsea, a team that had been a fixture in the upper echelons of European football under Abramovich's leadership, initially struggled to find consistency on the pitch under the new ownership. While the transition from one ownership to another can often lead to growing pains, Abramovich likely hoped that Chelsea's status as a global football powerhouse would not falter. Watching from afar, he must have reflected on the risks and challenges that come with such a monumental change in leadership. In the end, Roman Abramovich's reaction to Todd Boehly's takeover was likely a complex blend of emotions. He had built Chelsea into a global footballing brand, and though he was no longer at the helm, his influence and legacy would continue to shape the club's future. His departure, enforced by external pressures, left him with little choice but to pass the baton. Yet he did so with a deep connection to the club that only time would fully reveal. For Abramovich, Chelsea was more than just a business. It was a labor of love. The reaction, though unseen, was undoubtedly profound.